WYLN Hazleton. This is WYLN's late edition News at 10 with meteorologist Joe Garbacek, sports with Beth Mensinger, anchors Lisa Sugar and L.A. Tyrone. News, weather, sports, features, and more. You're watching WYLN's late edition News at 10.
Good evening and welcome to WYLN's late edition for Friday, September 27th, 2013. I'm Ann Gownley. Tonight, details on a fundraiser that will have you exercising for a good cause. And our LA Tyrone has a set of bad numbers for Wilkes-Barre. Also, it's Friday night football in our area, and our very own Beth Mensinger will have highlights from all over. And meteorologist Joe Garbacek is back in the Weather Center with your weekend forecast. But first, late edition's look at tonight's top stories. We have breaking news into the WYLN newsroom. Just 15 minutes ago, there was a report that shots were fired into a house on Hazleton's northeast side. Initial reports say that no one was hurt. We do have a crew on scene now and will hopefully have details as they become available during this newscast. Well, a murder-suicide attempt in Wilkes-Barre around 11 o'clock last night left one woman dead and her husband seriously injured. Wilkes-Barre police responded to 389 Andover Street just after 11 o'clock Thursday night for a report of a murder-suicide between a husband and wife.
Yesterday we had a domestic in which we responded and found two individuals that suffered from gunshot wounds.
The woman, 47-year-old Jane Aiello, died from her injuries at Geisinger, Wyoming Valley Medical Center in Plains Township after her husband reportedly shot her in the chest at their home. An autopsy is scheduled for Saturday at 9 a.m. Her husband, 48-year-old Vito Aiello, a local carpet cleaning businessman, suffered a gunshot wound to the head and was rushed to Geisinger, Wyoming Valley, where he is anticipated to survive, according to District Attorney Stephanie Salavantis. As of this morning, no charges have been filed.
It is now our position that the male victim has been identified as the shooter of this incident.
Court records show that Jane Aiello filed for divorce against her husband on September 13th, and according to friends, he took the news hard. Neighbors say the couple has two children, one in college and one who they believe was inside the home at the time of the shooting. However, Salavantis could not confirm that information.
I am trying not to really mention anything about them in protection of those children, and honestly, my heart goes out to those children because this is a terrible thing to live through.
The investigation is still ongoing, and prosecutors plan to file charges against Vito Aiello soon. A Hanover Township man will serve 10 to 23 months behind bars after being charged on 2 counts of homicide by vehicle. Luzerne County Judge Fred Parentoni sentenced 36-year-old Kevin M. Allen in connection with the 2011 crash on the Sansui Parkway that killed an elderly couple. Police say Allen was speeding while driving an overweight truck when he caused that crash that killed 89-year-old Edward Skidward and his wife, 86-year-old Dorothy. Allen is now in Luzerne County Prison. A Whitehaven couple is out on unsecured bail tonight after police charged them both Thursday with endangering the welfare of their 6-year-old daughter. According to police, 30-year-old Adam Skakowski and his 35-year-old Sharon, their daughter drank methadone from an unattended prescription bottle on July 22nd in the couple's apartment at 316 Main Street in Whitehaven. Methadone is prescribed to drug addicts. Both were arraigned by Magisterial District Judge James Dixon, who set bail at $25,000 unsecured, which does not require putting any money down. Dixon set bail conditions along with the couple to visit with their child as long as they are videotaped and refrain from using drugs or having weapon while the case is pending. The couple is not considered a flight risk and their children are safe. The 6-year-old has recovered. A preliminary hearing is set for October 2nd before Magisterial District Judge Gerald Feisner in Freeland at 8 a.m. There was a fire on Hazleton's northwest side this afternoon, but it turned out to be a small one at this home on West Diamond Avenue. Deputy Chief Brian Mandek says it wasn't serious.
We got in there really quick with an air and water extinguisher to see what was burning as other crews were preparing to advance a hose. And we found that it was a waste paper basket that was accidentally set on fire when the gentleman dumped his ashtray in. So right now it was confined to the waste paper basket. It did scorch a little bit of the wall. The house is livable. There's no water or smoke damage. And it's an accidental fire. Accidents happen.
Mandek says the property manager informed the owner, who's in New York, no one was injured. 2 women were killed in an accident on Route 209 between Lehighton and Jim Thorpe early this morning. Mahoning Township Police say a white Kia Forte was headed towards Lehighton when it went off the road and crashed about 12:30 this morning. Police say the driver was pronounced dead at the scene. The front seat passenger was pronounced dead shortly after being taken to Nahuden Memorial Hospital in Lehighton. The former St. Joseph's Hospital in Hazleton will house an assistant living facility and a nursing school. The city zoning hearing board granted approvals for them last night. It also granted a use variance for plans to turn the former Price's Dairy across 8th Street into administrative offices for both. The buyer is the Claremont Group. It will turn the former convent portion of the building into the school and the hospital portion into the assistant living center, which will have 10 to 15 units. Residents will have the option to come and go as they please. The building will offer amenities such as a theater, a restaurant, 2 chapels, a coffee shop, beauty parlor, and other features. The assistant living facility will be named Clare Care. Claremont says it has no intention of offering drug or alcohol rehabilitation programs. The approval is for the first phase of the project only. Claremont will have to go back for a future phase of the project to convert the first 2 floors of the hospital into assistant living units. Luzerne County Community College rescheduled classes and labs planned for Building 2 at the main campus in Nanticoke after tests showed trace amounts of asbestos. The college expects Building 2 to be ready for the classes in the near future. Building 2 was renovated over the summer to create a centralized facility for the trades and technology programs such as plumbing, heating, and electrical technology. Classes and labs scheduled for the fall semester for Building 2 were rescheduled to other buildings. Another delay in another trial related to Hugo Zielinski. Paul Weekly will have to wait 6 more months before facing homicide charges. He was scheduled to stand trial on October 7th in the 2003 deaths of Michael Kurkowski and Tammy Fassett. Weekly and Zielinski were charged in May 2006 after Kurkowski and Fassett's bodies were buried on Zielinski's Kingston Township property in 2003. Weekly is a witness at Zielinski's trial. It had been on hold due to an unspecified grand jury investigation. Weekly's case had been put on hold until the outcome of Zielinski's because of a federal plea agreement. He is serving a life sentence at a federal prison in Arizona on racketeering charges related to Kurkowski and Fassett's death. Fish has long been touted as brain food because of its high concentration of omega-3s, but a new study says they may not be all they're cracked up to be. INN's Holly Furfer has more.
Fatty fish like tuna and salmon are chock full of them, so are nuts. Omega-3 fatty acids have been touted by many health experts as magic supplements that can help the body stay healthy, especially when it comes to the brain. But according to a new study in the journal Neurology, omega-3s don't seem to protect against conditions such as dementia as originally thought. Researchers looked at more than 2,000 elderly women and noted the medications and supplements they were taking. Investigators also examined data on the participants' memory, visual, and motor skills over a 6-year period. They found women who were taking the omega fatty acids had no more real protection when it came to those cognitive skills. This is not the first study that found omega-3s to be less than miraculous. A study last summer showed a possible connection to omega-3 fatty acids and an increased risk for developing prostate cancer. So researchers say it's best to talk to your doctor about the supplements you take. I'm Holly Furfer.
Well, here's a question for you. What are the world's most honest cities? Jim Scott has the list and how it was determined.
Researchers from Reader's Digest used wallets as a means of testing for honesty. They dropped 12 wallets in the major cities around the world and waited to see how many people would return them. The number 1 city with the highest rate of return is Helsinki, Finland. Reader's Digest says people there returned 11 of 12 wallets. Mumbai, India was number 2. People there returned 9 out of 12 wallets. In Budapest, Hungary, people are in step with being trustworthy, placing 3rd by returning 8 wallets.
Start spreading the news.
And it's also good news for the Big Apple, fighting back at being a high crime city with a high level of honesty, tying for 3rd with 8 wallets returned. Russia breeds great ice skaters and also honest people. Moscow comes in at number 5, with people returning 7 wallets. The most dishonest cities? Reader's Digest says that's Lisbon, Portugal, where just 1 out of every 12 wallets was returned. And in Madrid, Spain, residents returned just 2 wallets. I'm Jim Scott reporting.
And that is a look at tonight's top stories. Time now to check in with meteorologist Joe Garbacic in the Bedrock Gardens Weather Center. Joe, it's been 6 dry days in a row. How long will this streak continue?
Well, there's the possibility of making it another 6 or 7, adding to that number. Hey, it's looking pretty nice over the next couple of days. A complete 7-day forecast coming up next.
Hi everybody, this is Richie Molinaro, Marketing Director for Fairway Chevrolet in Hazleton. Since Berwick Chevrolet is no longer an authorized Chevrolet dealer, I'd like to personally invite you to join our Fairway family. We'll provide you with the utmost courtesy from Chevrolet sales, service, and parts to our state-of-the-art body shop and auto spot. We have over 300 new and pre-owned vehicles in stock. We're the #1 commercial truck and business elite dealer in Pennsylvania, and we would be honored to be your Chevrolet dealer.
Heritage SureSave, your neighborhood full-service supermarket. Come see for yourself. They have the freshest selection of meats, cheese, and produce. Baked goods made fresh on premises. They have an in-store butcher who is happy to accommodate your special orders. Be sure to stop in and check out their unadvertised specials. You'll find them throughout the store. See their flyer for weekly specials. Heritage SureSave, your neighborhood full-service supermarket. This week at Heritage, they offer frozen self-basting turkey breasts for only 99 cents a pound. SAFE, supporting autism and families everywhere, is holding a walk-in resource fair Saturday, September 28th from 9 until noon at the Hazleton Area High School track. For more information, call 570-822-7259. Homebrew your own wine with Simply Homebrew. Let their award-winning winemaker guide you through the entire process with 3 winemaking sessions, including the use of fresh winemaking juice and grapes, winery-grade equipment. Choose your own bottles, corks, and decorative caps. Design your own custom labels. You will be guided through the entire process from start to finish. It has never been easier to start home brewing. Simply Homebrew, 2 Honey Hole Road in Drums, 788-2311.
Definitely was a nice day across all of northeastern and central Pennsylvania. That nice weather is going to continue over the next several days. We could be looking at another week, maybe beyond, without seeing maybe any measurable rainfall. Definitely not out of the question. Nothing to show you live. 35 Skycast Doppler. We continue to be dry. Our live Lehigh tire conditions outside our station in Hazleton sitting in at 55 degrees. Pressure coming in at 30.18 inches of mercury. Cool start to our morning in many locations, even some upper 30s, 40s elsewhere, and elsewhere temperatures getting into the 50s. But then we rebounded nicely into the 70s in most locations. Some locations only in the upper 60s, but overall a nice looking day. 53 now in New Angola, 57 in Berwick, 56 in Bloomsburg, 54 degrees down there in Danville, and 56, like I said, in Monomoy City. Temperature-wise, actually not too bad. Across our region, limited clouds. We're going to continue to see mostly clear to clear skies through the overnight hours. No precipitation to deal with. Another nice-looking day for tomorrow, for our Saturday. Heading into our Sunday. Things shaping up to be pretty nice across our area. High pressure building in. That's going to allow us to see all the sunshine that will be heading in our direction. And also, we're starting to see some of those fall foliage colors across our region. And you start to see those changing in the leaves, especially as you go closer toward the northern tier of Pennsylvania. Tonight, though, generally in the 40s will do it. A few clouds around. Tomorrow, we're up into the 60s. Elsewhere, temperatures managing to make it into the 70s. Extended forecast brought to you by the Wire Guys, a division of Arc Electric, so it stays dry right across the board in the upper 60s, lower 70s, right through Friday of next week. Our evening Pennsylvania lottery number is the daily 880, the big 4, 6812. Quinto numbers looking like this: 70393, and a cash 5, 9, 15, 30, 31, and 38. Ann.
Thank you. Thanks, Joe. A little bit more on that breaking story of shots fired into a house on East 3rd Street in Hazleton. No one was hurt. Police are on scene now. They describe the suspect as a white male wearing a white sweatshirt. We'll have more as more information becomes available. Coming up next, details on an event, how to help raise money while working out. Stay tuned, that and much more coming up on Late Edition.
For all your projects, large and small, Bedrock Gardens has it all. They are fully stocked and ready to fill your order. Rubber mulch and rubber curving to match. Lots of color choices to pick from. Wall stone, natural stone, full pallets ready to go. Their bins are full with rich colored quality mulch that will look wonderful all season long. Finish off your fabulous outdoor space with their quality patio furniture and easy to assemble fire pits. Everything you need for your summer projects. Delivery available, or just stop by and they will load you up. Bedrock Gardens, locally owned and operated. Call today.
Heritage Hills 13th Annual Alzheimer's Memory Walk is being held Saturday, October 5th at Heritage Hills Senior Community in Weatherly. Registration is at 9 and the 3-mile walk through picturesque Weatherly begins at 10. There will be a tricky tree auction from 9 until noon. For more information, please contact Lisa Marie at 570-427-4500.
Hi, sir. How are you today?
I'm good. How are you?
Pretty good. Can I just get your name for our mailing list?
Yeah, sure. Smitty Jones.
Is that the same Smitty Jones that lives at 1 Phillip Street?
Yeah.
I'm sorry, sir. I can't complete this transaction.
What do you mean? I'm just buying a candy bar.
Unfortunately, your credit score is too low.
What do you mean? I'm paying cash.
Sir, I'm going to need you to settle down.
Listen, I'm not freaking out.
Security!
Come on.
Clean up. Checkout 15. Clean up.
Even if your credit is this bad, we can still help. Penn Financial Group. We stop foreclosures, stop sheriff sales, reduce or eliminate your debt, and improve your credit rating, guaranteed. Call us today for a free consultation. Penn Financial Group. Get credit happy.
Swing to Big Bad Voodoo Daddy October 18th at the Alice C. Wiltsey Performing Arts Center at the Historic Castle in Hazleton. 2013 marks the 20th anniversary of Big Bad Voodoo Daddy's remarkable arrival onto the music scene. And today, the high-energy 9-piece ensemble continues to remind the world that it's still cool to swing big band style. Join the party. Shake and move to the groove October 18th.
The WILN Weather Center brings you precise weather information you need to plan your day. And now you can get the latest weather conditions online anytime at WILNTV.com. Utilizing the latest technology, meteorologist Joe Garbacic brings you the most accurate weather information available, including webcams to view current road conditions and detailed maps of our area. For a full, detailed, and accurate daily weather report, watch WILN Weather with Joe Garbacic weekdays at 5 and 10 and online anytime at WILNTV.com.
Welcome. Joined by Marissa Martin of a very worthy cause that you have organized, and a little bit of exercise, a little bit of fundraising. Tell me all about it.
Well, it's a Zumba class that I'm involved with. We go every Monday through Friday. There's a class, and we're actually having a Zumba-thon tomorrow. It's from 10:30 to noon at the Strand in McAdoo. We'll be dancing the morning away for a great cause, which is for Romy. His uncle has stage 4 cancer.
You're very into this whole Zumba thing. I know you just came from a class tonight.
I just came from a class.
So this is something that's important. It's kind
We're
of
selling T-shirts and wristbands, so we have to get them out to the people that can't make it tomorrow.
This type of event has become nationwide. A lot of people are doing Zumba classes, so this is
so
something.
much fun, and this is one of the greatest Zumba classes I've been to. Like, it's hardcore. Like, he'll bring in like insanity moves,
right,
P90X. Like, it's the best class that I've been to.
Why do something like this? Because I know a lot of organizations put things together to raise money, but is there any specific, a lot of the community members coming together for this?
A lot of people are just coming together because it's such a great class, and we just want to do anything to help them.
And because so many people come out, it helps out this family. Mm-hmm. For people that don't know what Zumba is, and a lot of people do, there's a lot of movement into it. Tell me more about it.
It's a dancing exercise. I've never sweat so bad in my life.
But a lot of people can do it. It is an exercise.
My mom goes. She's, my mom, so she's older. And if you can't do the steps that Romy does, then you'll follow Lucy, and she goes a little bit slower and not as hardcore,
How many people have registered? Do you have a lot?
Yeah, we have a lot of people that go. Sometimes there's 30, it ranges from class to class.
So it's a great organization that you want to help. And again, this is at the Strand.
This is at the Strand in McAdoo from 10:30 to noon.
You're going to have lots of refreshments, I'm sure, for everyone.
We're going to have free water. And we have turkey trays and
anything else that you can. And this all does benefit someone, so
yes,
it really helps
it benefits Romy's uncle, who is diagnosed with stage 4 cancer.
And there's a lot of medical bills, I'm sure.
Yeah, plenty.
What has the family said about, organizing something like this?
They're grateful for it. They can't say thank you enough, So.
And it's really worthwhile for you too, I'm sure. To be able to do something that you love.
It's something positive that's giving me something to do.
What is it that you want everyone to know to come out?
I would just like everyone to come out. Everyone is welcome. Even if you don't know how to Zumba, it'll be a great time. We'll dance and just have a good time.
Yeah, and it's in the morning, so it's
10:30 to noon.
10:30 to noon.
Perfect time, Why
not? You get a little sweat on a Saturday afternoon.
Great exercise.
And all for a great cause, too.
And for a great cause.
Okay, well, hopefully you can come out. Again, it is a Zumbathon for a cause. It's at 110 West Blaine Street in McAdoo, which is the Strand Roller Rink Recreation Center. It is Saturday, tomorrow, September 28th, 10:30 to noon. Registration's $15. And you're going to have a great time and raise money for a great cause.
And lots of turkey trays.
No, you can't forget about the turkey trays. That's something important to a lot.
Yes.
So it brings
many people.
Okay. Well, thank you so much.
Thank
and good
you.
luck with raising money for this family and helping them get past this hurdle.
Thank
you so much. Stay tuned. Beth is in with sports on the Late Edition.
Welcome to Robert Stevens Face and Body, Hazelton's complete skincare center. Here, our licensed specialists will consult with you to discuss your skincare needs, rejuvenate you with our special facial treatments, and apply gentle, relaxing massages to melt your tension away, using all state-of-the-art technical treatments and superior skin products. So call today and let the transformation begin at Robert Stevens Face and Body, 788-7546.
We build tires, but not tires like anybody else. We build Cooper tires for people, not just cars. People who are chauffeurs and shuttle pilots, heavy haulers and heavy hitters. More than what your Cooper tires can do, it's about what you can do with your Cooper tires. Life's a road trip. Come on, let's go.
All Care Home Care, the health care that you need in the comfort and privacy of your own home.
At All Care Home Care, our caring and compassionate staff of skilled nurses, occupational speech, physical therapists, dietitian, social worker, and home health aides will give you the professional care you need. Call 459-3002.
With All Care Home Care, you will feel so much better and be able to do so much more.
Remember, it's still your choice. For your care, call us and we'll be there.
WYLN, your first choice for locally produced shows like Chef Lou, Jen-tastic Sweets, Off the Beaten Path, The Storm, and more. Find out how you can stretch your advertising dollars and be a part of the WYLN TV lineup. Call 570-459-1869, extension 1302. WYLN, we're your local network.
Well,
Welcome to Week 5 of Friday Night Football. Now, last week, the Hazelton area Cougars got their first win of the season on the football field against Williamsport. Tonight, they hosted Pittston area in WYLN's Game of the Week. The Patriots are also coming off a win against Tunkhannock, but the Cougars are looking to rally last week's victory into momentum tonight. WYLN's Marty Burns has the highlights.
We'll start in that opening quarter. A big play from Heller, our player of the game, to Gavin Kopczynski for a key first down to the 15. That set up Zach Zukoski from 3 yards out. On this drive, he went over 1,000 yards for his career. Cougars led it 7-0. Then, after a penalty from the 46, Heller to Kopczynski, down to the 20, a gain of 31, and it set up, who else? Zach Zukoski. This time from 4 yards out, point after no good, and it was 13-0 Cougars. Move to the second quarter. Look at the poise of Ryan Heller, stepping away from pressure, finding Jeff Oakes. This pass play would gain 30 yards and have the Cougars inside the Patriot 25, setting up Zukoski again, his third rushing touchdown, this one from 15 yards out, and at the half, the Cougars led it 20-0. In the third quarter, the first turnover of the night, Oakes with the interception as Emmett was looking for his tight end Harth, and the Cougars would take over from the Patriot 46. Very first offensive play, Julius Ward would go 32 yards on the quarterback end around, and that would have the Cougars at the Patriot 14. Heller would pitch to Zukoski. This from 12 yards out, his fourth rushing touchdown. Point after no good. Cougars led it 26-0. Emmett, last play of the third quarter, would find his receiver Michael Schwab. That 31-yard play would get the Patriots inside the 10. And from 10 yards out, Emmett to Gattuso. Spins into the end zone. Point after good. That made the score 26-7.
And what a game by Zach Zukoski there for the Hazelton area Cougars. The Crestwood Comets won in Week 4 against Wallenpaupack, and in Week 5 they welcomed Tunkhannock. Crestwood would get started early on 2nd and 15, and it's Jay Popson. Okay, here we go. They will get started. All right, let's just skip ahead to the next score. We do have some scoreboards in the Wyoming Valley Conference. First, we have Valley West. They won big over Coughlin. That score 56-14. Nanticoke wins 14-7, and Lehman over Myers. Berwick stays undefeated with their 36-0 win over the Selinsgrove Seals. Hanover area wins 20-14 over Northwest area. The Spartans are riding high this week after shutting out the Schuylkill Haven Hurricanes 19-0 last week. The Hurricanes were the team to be in a preseason coaches poll, but now North Schuylkill, after suffering their only loss to Jim Thorpe in Week 3, are fighting to be at the top in the Anthracite Football League. They headed to Marion Catholic, who got their first win this past Saturday. The crowd on the North Schuylkill side was pretty quiet in the first half, minus for a few of those kids right there. The Spartans were trailing the Colts 21-0. That is about until 2:45 left in the second. Bobby Grigas will find Glenn Wiest open, and the touchdown. The Spartans will cut the lead 21-6. Marion possession, and quarterback KJ Snurr stopped by the NS secondary as Snurr is taken down. 17 seconds left in the half, and Grigas connects with Wiest again, this time for 35 yards. Spartans only down 21-12, and they will go for a 2-point conversion, which would be no good. In the third, Spartans throwing big passes tonight and also big runs. It doesn't take long as Hummel runs. It's Austin Hummel. He gets in on the fun with the touchdown. NS down 21-18. The Spartans go for 2, and it's Tevin Murray. He grabs the ball in the end zone. Spartans only down by 1. Coach Wally Hall lighting a fire under his defense, and he must have said something right, because they will force the Colts to go 3 and out right here. Still in the third, Marion punts the ball away. Glenn Wiest is the returner, and what a return it was. He goes all the way to the end zone. The Spartans will go ahead 26-21, but the Colts will score again and win that barn burner. The final 27 Marion, North Schuylkill 26. And the team that beat the Spartans, the Jim Thorpe Olympians, headed to Shenandoah Valley tonight. Last week, the Blue Devils got their first win of the season against the Batlin Miners of Minersville. In the first quarter, it's a huge 45-yard touchdown run by the Jim Thorpe sophomore. That's Robert Heller. putting the Olympians up 7-0. In the second quarter, it's still 7-0. The Olympians will fumble the ball. The Blue Devils will jump on it and get possession, but will go nowhere with that possession. Thorpe's ball again, and with the quarterback keep, Brian Saunders will take the football 10 yards. Thorpe goes up 13-0, and they will take the game tonight in Shenandoah Valley, 27-14. The Monomoy Area Golden Bears are opening eyes this year as they are undefeated in the Anthracite Football League. They routed the Tamaqua Blue Raiders in Week 4 and look to do the same to the Batlin Miners in Week 5. Looking good for another win for the Golden Bears as they lead 33-0 in the third quarter. It'll be Austin Fort here. He gets the ball and will go 44 yards into the Monomoy Area end zone. The Bears will go up 40-0. Then it's Monomoy kicking off. Miners, though, will have their hands on it. When Nolan Fegley will pop it, Miners fumble. The Bears will recover the pigskin. In the fourth ball back in Fort's hands for Monomoy Area, and it's the 3-yard run and score 47-0 Bears. The Miners will score just once tonight as the Bears move to 5-0. And coming off the big loss to Mahanoy Area last week, the Tamaqua Blue Raiders were trying to get back on track tonight as they hosted Anvil Cleona. First possession for the Raiders, Dustin Vandermartin ready for the punt return, and it is a huge run. He will go all the way into Cleona territory. He is brought down at the 14. 2 plays later, it's Ernie Shilko. He will take it 6 yards to the end zone. Tamaqua goes up 7-0 with the extra point. Good. Then Anvil Cleona using some trickery with a fake punt to get a first down, which leads to this. Christian Hall's 17-yard run. Extra point will be no good. The Raiders lead 7-6. In the second quarter, Tamaqua quarterback Nate Edmonds, he will connect in the air with Dustin Vandermartin for a 59-yard touchdown reception. The Raiders will go up 14-6, and they will win it 43-34. One other score in the Anthracite League tonight, Schuylkill Haven wins at home against Panther Valley. That final, 41-15. We will have that Crestwood game for you when we come back in the second half. Until then, Ann Gownley has the recaps of your top stories coming up after the break.
Why should you visit Penn State Hazleton?
Because if you come to our Penn State Day open house, there's no application fee. We have fun.
We have the Lion.
We have new scholarship money.
Students are scoring internships
all over the country. Penn State is ranked number 1
by corporate recruiters.
And this is your chance to see campus, talk to students, meet professors, and check out everything Penn State has to offer.
Penn State Hazleton.
Check us out at psu.edu/visit Hazleton.
Hello, I'm Tiffany Cloud. Cancer is a disease plaguing our nation and certainly our area. Recently, I was fortunate to sit down with members of the American Cancer Society to learn more about what they do to educate us all. This week, they joined me on the storm to help us understand the organization, only on WYLN TV 35.
Recapping tonight's top stories, shots were fired at a house on Hazleton's northeast side. It happened about 9:45 this evening on East 3rd Street. Unconfirmed reports say there were people at home at the time, but no one was hit or injured. Police say the suspect was a white male in a white t-shirt. He was seen running away from the scene a few blocks away. City police are on scene right now. A murder-suicide attempt in Wilkes-Barre around 11 o'clock last night left one woman dead and her husband seriously injured. Wilkes-Barre police responded to 389 Andover Street just after 11 o'clock Thursday night for a report of a murder-suicide between a husband and wife.
Yesterday we had a domestic in which we responded and found 2 individuals that suffered from gunshot wounds.
The woman, 47-year-old Jane Aiello, died from her injuries at Geisinger Wyoming Valley Medical Center in Plains Township after her husband reportedly shot her in the chest at their home. An autopsy is scheduled for Saturday at 9 a.m. Her husband, 48-year-old Vito Aiello, a local carpet cleaning businessman, suffered a gunshot wound to the head and was rushed to Geisinger Wyoming Valley, where he is anticipated to survive, according to District Attorney Stephanie Salavantis. As of this morning, no charges have been filed.
It is now our position that the male victim has been identified as the shooter of this incident.
Court records show that Jane Aiello filed for divorce against her husband on September 13th, and according to friends, he took the news hard. Neighbors say the couple has 2 children, one in college and one who they believe was inside the home at the time of the shooting. However, Salavantis could not confirm that information.
I am trying not to really mention anything about them in protection of those children, and honestly, my heart goes out to those children because this is a terrible thing to live through.
The investigation is still ongoing, and prosecutors plan to file charges against Vito Aiello soon. A Hanover Township man will serve 10 to 23 months behind bars after being charged on 2 counts of homicide by vehicle. Luzerne County Judge Fred Parentoni sentenced 36-year-old Kevin M. Allen in connection with the 2011 crash on the Sansui Parkway that killed an elderly couple. Police say Allen was speeding while driving an overweight truck when he caused that crash that killed 89-year-old Edward Skirwitt and his 86-year-old wife, Dorothy. Allen is now in Luzerne County Prison. A Whitehaven couple is out on unsecured bail tonight after police charged them both Thursday with endangering the welfare of their 6-year-old daughter. According to police, 30-year-old Adam Skanalski and his 35-year-old wife Sharon. Their daughter drank methadone from an unattended prescription bottle on July 22nd in the couple's apartment at 316 Main Street in Whitehaven. Methadone is prescribed to recovering drug addicts. Both were arraigned by Magisterial District Judge James Dixon, who set bail at $25,000 unsecured, which does not require putting any money down. Dixon set bail conditions along with allowing their couple to visit their children as long as they are videotaped and refrain from using drugs or having weapons while the case is pending. The couple is not considered a flight risk and their children are safe. The 6-year-old has recovered. A preliminary hearing is set for October 2nd before Magisterial District Judge Gerald Feisner in Freeland at 8 a.m. There was a fire on Hazelton's northwest side this afternoon, but it turned out to be a small one at this home on West Diamond Avenue. Deputy Police Chief Fire Chief Brian Mandak says it wasn't serious.
Really quick with an air and water extinguisher to see what was burning as other crews were preparing to advance a hose, and we found that it was a waste paper basket that was accidentally set on fire when the gentleman dumped his ashtray in. So right now it was confined to the waste paper basket. It did scorch a little bit of the wall. The house is livable. There's no water or smoke damage, and it's an accidental fire. Accidents happen.
Mandak says the property manager informed the owner, who's in New York, and no one was injured. 2 women were killed in an accident on Route 209 between Lehighton and Jim Thorpe early this morning. Mahoning Township Police say a white Kia Forte was headed towards Lehighton when it went off the road and crashed about 12:30 this morning. Police say the driver was pronounced dead at the scene. The front seat passenger was pronounced dead shortly after being taken to Nahuden Memorial Hospital in Lehighton. The former St. Joseph's Hospital in Hazelton will house a assistant living facility and a nursing school. The city zoning hearing board granted approvals for them both last night. It also granted a use variance for plans to turn the former Price's Dairy across 8th Street into administrative offices for both. The buyer is the Claremont Group. It will turn the former convent portion of the building into the school and the hospital portion into the assistant living center, which will have 10 to 15 units. Residents will have the option to come and go as they please. The building will offer amenities such as a theater, a restaurant, 2 chapels, a coffee shop, beauty parlor, and other features. The assistant living facility will be named Clare Care. Claremont says it has no intention of offering drug or alcohol rehabilitation programs. The approval is for the first phase of the project only. Claremont will have to go back for a future phase of the project to convert the first 2 floors of the hospital into assistant living units. And that is a look at tonight's top stories. Coming up next, how 9 murders in 9 months is detrimental to Wilkes-Barre and how they're working to prevent it. But first, let's check back in with meteorologist Joe Garbacik in the Bedrock Gardens Weather Center. Joe?
Thank you very much, Lisa. Ann, sorry about that. We have a nice night in store for all of our area on this Friday night, and looking like the weekend should be pretty nice as well. I'll talk about the 7-day forecast in a few.
Barber Ford. It's a cut above the rest. Buy it at Barber Ford. Honest people when the deals are the best. Now is the time. Barber Ford is the place. The best cause I hear there's no mistake. You can't buy better.
Ford, Route 309 in Hazleton and on Route 11 in Exeter.
Your family's good health begins with a great team. That team is the Alliance Medical Group. We're the first healthcare provider in the greater Hazleton area to offer a fully integrated approach to family and specialized medical care. Our expanding network of more than 30 physicians and specialists are trusted by thousands for routine and complex medical treatments. For a convenient appointment at any of our 15 regional offices, simply call 501-4AMG. Alliance Medical Group. Your health, that's our specialty.
Now, Hazel Park Spring Water is proud to announce that they are the official water of the WILN Sports Crew and available for home delivery through J.W. Wargo Spring Water Delivery and JoJo's Beverage. Since 1915, the Kreisel family has been serving the area with quality meats. The tradition continues today with 5 generations at Hazel Park Quality Meats, 260 Washington Avenue, West Hazleton, and Redding Specialty Meats, located at 216 East 4th Street in Berwick. Here are some of this week's specials. WILN TV 35, first in live sports.
Hi, I'm Ron Jaworski. For the best in local TV sports, watch WILN TV 35.
WILN TV 35 has it covered.
Hi, my name is Vince Papelli. I'm a former Philadelphia Eagle wide receiver and special teams guy, and for local sports coverage, I watch only WILN 35.
WILN TV 35, the event, not just the highlights.
Welcome back to Late Edition. Our Ellie Tyrone will now explain to us how 2 9s is not a good thing for Wilkes-Barre.
9 murders in 9 months. It has been a year to forget in Wilkes-Barre. With 3 months left, the city is on pace to meet or surpass an all-time record for murders if you leave 1982 out because of the George Banks massacre. The latest, as we told you earlier in this newscast, was an attempted murder-suicide. But most of the others have had a street crime element to them. Many have involved people who are not longtime city residents. Just this week, city police arrested a suspect in another murder. That was number 8. Now, to be sure, not all murders in Luzerne County have been in Wilkes-Barre. DA Stephanie Salavana says the county as a whole is a lot more violent than it used to be.
All the police departments throughout the county are overwhelmed, and resources are stretched thin. We have dealt with, I believe this is the 9th homicide in Wilkes-Barre, and that's just Wilkes-Barre alone. There are many major crimes occurring and homicides occurring throughout the county. We are working every day to try to do as much as we possibly can to assist all departments, and we just really take it one day at a time.
But Wilkes-Barre leads the league. The question is why? Now, the city has a more transient population, it seems, than it used to have. And while it's always had a segment of the population which wasn't permanent or long-time residents, in years past, most of that was comprised of college students. Now it's something different. And it's not only the murders. While city police appear to have cracked the apple-picking ring with the arrest of 3 of the 5 people you see on the screen right now, for most of this year, people were concerned enough about it to think twice about going downtown at night. Some may say they were more than concerned. Now, there have been a long list of incidents involving gunshots. The one that really got the community ire up was the shooting of 2 little girls at Sherman Hills. And the fact that the shots weren't meant for them didn't make it any less horrific. People are concerned. Now, most of the violence has been confined to 4 sections: the Heights, Mayflower, Downtown, and South Wilkes-Barre. City Councilman George Brown has held 2 town meetings in his South Wilkes-Barre district. And crime has been on the mind of the 60 or so who have attended both.
Yeah, it's very important to educate our residents as to the activities that are going on, whether they're gang-related, drug dealings, prostitutions, through the Crime Watch, partnering with the Crime Watch, and also with these meetings. I think that will have a positive impact, and hopefully educating the residents what to look out for to promote safety, and also identify problematic areas. Trying to promote safety in the neighborhoods, trying to get our city back. Together we can get our city back.
The city's Crime Watch ranks have swelled. Now, it also operates a Facebook page that has a whopping 4,200 members and a new Crime Watch group, the Solomon Creek Goose Island Crime Watch, holds its first meeting next month. City police have cracked virtually all of them, and they have also made several high-profile drug raids the last few weeks. Police Chief Jerry DeSoy says it's a full-court press, and it has had results. The people are still worried. Wilkes-Barre has had 9 murders in 9 months. L.A. Tyrone, WILN's Late Edition.
Thank you very much, L.A. Coming up next, Beth is in with the second half of sports. That and much more coming up on Late Edition.
The Frank J. Bonin Funeral Home Incorporated at 542 North Wyoming Street in Hazleton, serving the greater Hazleton area since 1890 and still family owned and operated, offers convenient parking, handicapped accessibility, seating for over 150 people, casket, cremation product showrooms to accommodate traditional, cremation, and pre-planned funerals. The Frank J. Bonin Funeral Home Incorporated, 570-454-3341.
Everyone knows that Bottlenecks is the home of award-winning wings and mouth-watering steaks, but now a new, tasty reason to stop by. Brand new fire-grilled ribs. A half rack of meaty, fall-off-the-bone St. Louis-style spare ribs, fire-grilled to perfection. And the best night to give them a try is Thursday for Rack 'em Up Rib Night, featuring the delicious ribs served with bottomless fries for only $9.95. Bottlenecks is open 7 days a week. The kitchen is open till midnight every day. There's always a reason to stop by Bottlenecks.
What you sleep on can change your life. It affects how you feel, your relationships, how you perform. Let the folks at Grand Central custom fit the right sleeping surface just for you. Get free interest for 36 months, free delivery, free removal, free bed frame, plus a free furniture gift card on Sealy Posturepedic hybrids and Optimum bedding. Be custom fit. Get lots of freebies. Everybody shops Grand Central. Shouldn't you?
What do you see? Perhaps you're noticing the rusted fender or the dented side panel. Maybe the first thing your eye goes to is the worn interior. But look closer and you'll see something else. Value. At Harry's You Pull It, we see value in your old car and so will others. It's the reason we offer top dollar for your car. Junker, clunker, piece of tin, your car may have many names, but at Harry's, there's only one that matters. Value. Visit one of our 3 locations today in Hazleton, Pennsburg, and Allentown.
Swing to Big Bad Voodoo Daddy October 18th at the Alice E. Wiltsey Performing Arts Center at the historic castle in Hazleton. 2013 marks the 20th anniversary of Big Bad Voodoo Daddy's remarkable arrival onto the music scene. And today, the high-energy 9-piece ensemble continues to remind the world that it's still cool to swing big band style. Join the party. Shake and move to the groove October 18th.
Join us this week on Let's Talk Chiropractic. We'll meet Sam, a beautiful 17-year-old with a promising future that is looking so much brighter now, thanks to good chiropractic care. Her story this week on Let's Talk Chiropractic.
Let's get back to some of those Wyoming Valley Conference highlights. The Crestwood Comets won in Week 4 against Wampaupack. As I said before, in Week 5, they welcomed Tunkhannock. Crestwood would get started early on 2nd and 15. It's Jay Popson with the touchdown run, 7-0 Comets. Next possession for the Comets, it's the same thing, Popson again. He's a 12-yard run, this time Comets up 14. Still in the first quarter, it's Crestwood, this time through the air as Popson hits Frank Eigeldinger for the score. Comets up 21-0 after 1 quarter. Crestwood student section, they're rocking their 80s gear tonight and is loving every minute of it. A little lover boy there. Second quarter now, Tunkhannock trying to get things going, but it would be Crestwood's Frank Corderio getting the sack, making 3rd and 32 for the Tigers. Second down for Crestwood, looking to score one more time before half as Popson hits Tim Tokash down to the 6-yard line. That will set up this touchdown as Eigeldinger easily takes it to the end zone. The Comets would go in at the half 28-0, and they would go on to win big, 56-zip. Last Friday night was a big test for the Berwick Bulldogs as they overcame the Wyoming Valley West Spartans. Tonight they hosted District 4 Selinsgrove Seals, who have one loss on the season, to Shikellamy. In the first, it's C.J. Curry to Dane. They're running out. C.J. Curry handoff to Dane Kowalski. It will be a 30-yard touchdown run for Kowalski, and the Dogs go up 14-0. Selinsgrove, it's Isaiah Aesop. He will be intercepted by Tanner Weaver of Berwick. C.J. Curry then will hand off to Jordan Stout, who takes it in from 2 yards out, 21-0 Berwick, and it's Curry one more time to Dane Kowalski for the 30-yard touchdown run. It's 28-0 Dogs, and they will shut out Selinsgrove 36-zip. The NHL season starts Tuesday, and the Florida Panthers have a new goalie and a new owner. Today, the Panthers made it official. Tim Thomas is the starting goalie. Florida signed him to a one-year, $2.5 million contract, but it has an average value of $3.75 million, with potential bonuses for performance and games played, which he's expected to hit and surpass. The 39-year-old Thomas took last season off. Then he decided he was ready to return to hockey. And Vincent Viola was formally introduced as the club's new owner today. He spent $250 million for the team and the operating rights to the BB&T Center, where Florida plays its home games. Viola is the chairman and CEO of Virtue Financial, an electronic trading firm with offices in the U.S., Singapore, and Ireland. Former Philly Greg Dobbs is staying in Miami. The Marlins re-signed Dobbs for $1.7 million earlier today. The Marlins originally signed him to a minor league deal after the 2010 season that would pay him $600,000 if he made the club, which he did, of course. Dobbs is hitting .229 with 2 homers and is 35 years old. He's spent the past 3 seasons with Miami, posting an overall .267 batting average. Kirk Gibson will be back as the Diamondbacks manager next season, but it sounds as though his coaching staff may not be. GM Kevin Towers says he's likely to offer Gibson another year at the helm, but he also said he had to make sure he had the right people leading and coaching the players. That's led to the belief that the coaching staff might be out. That staff includes Matt Williams, Charles Nagy, Don Baylor, Steve Sachs, Alan Trammell. All were all-star players. Matt Castle was given the starting quarterback assignment for the Minnesota Vikings in their game Sunday against the Pittsburgh Steelers. That will be in London. Castle started for the Kansas City Chiefs last season. He's filling in for an injured Christian Ponder. Ponder suffered a rib injury early in last week's game against Cleveland. Both the Vikings and the Steelers are 0-3. And Tiger Woods was selected as the PGA Player of the Year for an 11th time today. Woods won 5 tournaments on the tour in a year when no other player won more than twice. The wins were the Farmers Insurance Open in January, the Cadillac Championship, and Arnold Palmer Invitational in March, the Players Championship in May, and the Bridgestone Invitational in August. It pushed Woods' number to PGA Championships to 76. Only Sam Snead with 82 has more. Now let's check out our national scoreboard. In the major leagues, it's Boston big over Baltimore. Tampa Bay falls to the Blue Jays, and the Angels and the Rangers are tied in the 7th. Kansas City 6 to the White Sox 1. Indians are up 9-6, and the Yankees lead 3-2 in the 7th. The A's are up in Seattle. That one is 3-1 in the 1st. The Bucks win. The Mets lose. The Marlins win 3-2. Phillies were shut out by the Braves. The Cards are up 7-0, and the D-backs are leading the Washington Nationals. Rockies are trailing the Dodgers 4-0, and San Diego is leading the Giants. That score 1-0. Joe has more weather coming up after the break.
I've got 3 great deals for you. Here's a 2013 Mazda 3i Sports Sedan, just $187 a month, sign and drive. Or this 2014 Mazda 6 Sky Active, 38 miles per gallon, $245 a month, sign and drive. Or this great 2014 Mazda CX-5 Sky Active, just $299 a month, sign and drive.
Plus, we'll give you more for your trade. Burger Mazda, just off exit 145 off ID1, Route 93, Hazleton.
Managing risk is more than just buying an insurance policy.
At Dreyfus, our approach is different. We have 25 risk management professionals who have the tools and experience to help our clients avoid and survive unexpected events. We can help you with risk transfer, OSHA requirements, safe workplace, cybersecurity, and claims management. All of these go well beyond an insurance policy. We're also independent, so we can access dozens of insurance carriers like Grange Insurance, who can insure your auto, home, business, and life. Dreyfus Insurance since 1901 and Grange Insurance since 1935. We're committed to helping you manage risk.
As a diabetic, where do I turn for the special healthcare products and advice I need?
Come into your nearby Good Neighbor Pharmacy. We specialize in the unique concerns and needs you have as a diabetic patient. Your Good Neighbor pharmacist has a fully trained staff, stocks a broad selection of the products you need, and takes a personal interest in your health and well-being.
WILN TV 35, first in live sports.
Hi, I'm Ron Jaworski. For the best in local TV sports, watch WILN TV 35.
WILN TV 35 has it covered.
Hi, my name is Vince Papelli. I'm a former Philadelphia Eagle wide receiver and special teams guy, and for local sports coverage, I watch only WILN 35.
WILN TV 35, the event, not just the highlights.
Ruth's Place is the only emergency shelter for homeless women in Luzerne County.
Not like any other place.
It's open 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. Ruth's Place needs your help to continue giving women the assistance they need to find permanent housing. Donate personal care items or cleaning supplies.
If you have a coupon, buy one, get one free, run into the store and get that free item and put it in a bag and, bring it over to Ruth's Place.
Or volunteer. Call or email Director Kristen Topolsky.
It's the place to help you get on your feet and to get what you need.
Off the Beaten Path is a half-hour program that showcases interesting and unique people, places, and things in Pennsylvania. Hosted by Jeff Bonomo, Brian Bromley, and Ken Cara, Off the Beaten Path is fast-paced, lighthearted, and sometimes even downright funny. Each show, we travel to many destinations in Pennsylvania, including restaurants, events, unique landmarks, and we talk with interesting people. So come with us off the Beaten Path.
We go back in time. It was Hurricane Gloria that made havoc along parts of the East Coast. A lot of waves, a lot of strong rip currents. A number of people did lose their lives, but it did cost a lot of damage. Winds getting up to 145 miles per hour, and the intensity, 916 millibars. Compare that to the average pressure, which is 1,013.25 millibars. Our live 35 Skycast Doppler, nothing to show you. Across our area right now, it continues to be dry, and we'll stay dry through the rest of this evening, and we're going to stay dry over the next couple of days. Our live Lehigh Tire conditions outside our station in Hazleton, 53 degrees, pressure coming in at 30.20 inches of mercury. You can see the winds averaging about 5 or so miles per hour. Overall, not too excessive. Boy, take a look at these contrasts of temperatures. Not bad across the Northeast, but look out into the central part of the nation. Holy smokes, we're talking about temperatures in the upper 70s and even some temperatures in the lower 80s as I speak. 84 degrees right now out there in Dallas, 80 degrees in Houston, 85 degrees in San Antonio. But you just go a little bit out toward the west, you see temperatures only in the 40s. 43 degrees right now in Denver, Colorado, and in Great Falls it's coming in with 46 degrees. Our temperature-wise, over the next couple of days, that's not going to look too bad across our region. It's now 60 at the Wilkes-Barre Scranton International Airport, 54 in Mount Pocono, 56 in Allentown, 56 in Williamsport, as well as State College up in the Wyoming Valley area. Temperatures holding in the upper 50s to near 60 degrees. Satellite and radar clear to mostly clear skies. That's going to be the case through tonight, heading into tomorrow, shaping up to be a pretty nice looking day across all of our region. I may have a few clouds here and there, but for the most part things looking nice as high pressure continues to be in control, giving us this dry weather, and this dry weather pattern is going to stick around at least for the next several days, possibly into the next 7 or more days. Extended forecast brought to you by the Wire Guys, a division of Arc Electric. So here's what we can expect over the next couple of days. It's going to be nice. So we've dealt with some dry conditions. So last Saturday we had a little bit of some rain later. So that's Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday. Right now we're on 9 days without any rain.
We should make bets.
And then if we go another 5 days, 9 and 7 is what?
I'm waiting for you. You're the teacher. Didn't you teach math?
I'm just...
I'm just testing him.
I'm horrible at math.
Oh, I gotta love LA.
It's
we all need a good laugh tonight.
We do.
Yeah.
We do. But I do want to remind you that police are still searching for the man. That shots were fired on the Hazelton's northeast side. Happened around 9:45 this morning. Unconfirmed reports say that there were people at home at the time, but no one was hit or injured. Thank God. Police say the suspect is a white male in a white sweatshirt. He was seen running away from the scene a few blocks away. City police are still on scene, so just be careful if you're heading out at all. Good. We'll hope for that nice weather to continue. Have a wonderful weekend, everyone. We will see you back here Monday.